15. You finally get access to Microsoft 365 Copilot. You open it up, you type in some vague question.
Something like, summarize this email thread.
Exactly. Summarize the email thread about the Q4 proposal, and you get back this, oh, okay answer. It's fine. It's generic.
And you immediately think, okay, that's a neat trick.
Yeah, neat trick, but it didn't really save me any time, and you just quietly close the window.
Right. And that experience, that is what the material we looked at calls shallow usage.
Our mission for this deep dive is to get you past that. We're not here to teach you dozens of obscure features. We want to unlock the few high-impact workflows and, maybe more importantly, the right mental model to get you value today.
That's it. This isn't about memorizing prompts. It's about, building a working relationship. The guides we looked at really push this idea of getting measurable value in your first hour.
So treating it less like a chatbot and more like a teammate.
A capable, structured, highly intelligent teammate. And the quality of its work depends entirely on how clearly you give instructions.
Okay, so let's start there. For someone who's only really played with generalized AI, what exactly is the Copilot inside M365? Why is that context so critical?
Well, the biggest difference is integration and access. Copilot is an AI assistant, but its whole power source is that it's embedded right into the tools you already live in.
Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams.
All of them. It's not just some chat window on a website. It's connected to the files, the chats, the meetings of your organization.
So when I ask it to draft something, it's not guessing based on the internet. It's looking at my actual company's data.
Precisely. It combines large language models with your organization's Microsoft 365 graph. That means your documents, your emails, your meeting transcripts. But, and this is the absolute foundation of trust, it operates strictly based on your existing permissions.
Ah, okay. So if I can't access a file, neither can Copilot.
It cannot. If you can't read a confidential email, Copilot can't use it to answer your question. That boundary helps manage a lot of the security anxiety right out of the gate.
That clarity helps a ton. So, okay, we've got the boundaries. What should we actually be asking it to do? The research points to 4 key roles.
Yeah, and these 4 roles are basically the job description for your new teammate. First, it's a first draft writer. It just demolishes the blank page problem.
Instant momentum. I like that.
Second, it's a summarization engine. It can consume massive amounts of text and pull out the core meaning faster than you could ever skim.
What's the third role?
It's a thinking partner. And this is where it gets more advanced than just automation. You can use it to structure an argument or brainstorm 5 different angles for a marketing campaign. It's not deciding for you. It's giving you structured input.
And the fourth, the pattern spotter. That sounds really powerful, especially with lots of data.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about reading one document. It's about spotting the common theme across, say, 30 different sales reports, or seeing a subtle shift in tone across a 3-week-long customer email thread.
Things a human might take hours to piece together manually.
If they even could, it synthesizes that latent information.
That's the dream, but we also have to be realistic. Let's talk about what Copilot is not. Because responsible use means knowing the limits.
We have to hit this right up front. It is not a source of unquestioned truth. And it is definitely not a decision maker. It is not a replacement for your judgment.
The guides are really clear on this, right? They say it will miss things.
Oh, absolutely. It will miss nuance. It will make assumptions. And it will overgeneralize sometimes, especially with complex, subjective stuff.
So wait, if we know it misses nuance, how can we possibly trust it for high-impact work? Doesn't that risk kind of eat away at the efficiency gain?
That is the whole point. If you expect perfection, you're always going to be disappointed. The value is not in hands-off automation. It's in the review and the collaboration.
The core mental model.
Yes. The one the source material hammers home is to treat Copilot like a capable junior colleague, not autopilot.
That analogy clicks immediately. A junior colleague is smart, they're fast, they know where the data is, but I'm not letting them sign a contract without me reviewing it first.
Exactly. You delegate the time-consuming stuff, the initial research, sorting the data, summarizing a meeting you missed, creating that awful first draft, and then you provide the final human judgment, the refinement.
You shift your energy from doing the task to supervising the task.
Which is a much higher value use of your time.
Okay, that mindset is clear. We've got the right expectations. Now, let's get practical. Before we even talk prompts, what's the quick 5-minute checklist to make sure you're actually set up?
The pre-flight check. It's simple. 1, make sure you actually have a Copilot license.
Sounds obvious, but...
You'd be surprised. 2, verify you're signed in with the right work account. That's what connects to your permissions. 3, make sure your Office apps are up to date.
And 4?
Know where the Copilot icon is in each app. If you can see the icon, you're cleared for takeoff.
So we have the tools. We have the Mindset Junior colleague, not autopilot. Now for the main event. How do we actually talk to this teammate? Because the output quality really depends on the instruction quality.
This is the secret sauce. This is how you move past. Summarize this. You need structure. The guide lays out a really simple 4-element model for a powerful prompt.
Okay, 4 elements. I can handle that. Let's break them down. First one is goal.
Goal is just the verb. What do you want it to do? Summarize, draft, analyze, extract, be specific. But that's just the start.
Right. And then the next element, context. This is the one I always forget, but I imagine it's where the magic happens.
It is. Context is the who and the why. Who is this for? Why does it matter? Are you writing for an executive who just wants bullet points? Or for non-technical people who need simple language?
So it forces a tone and complexity filter on the output.
If you leave it out, you just get generic noise.
So the difference between write an overview of the product and write an overview of the product for the sales team, highlighting 3 competitive differentiators.
That's the force multiplier right there. Okay, element 3 is source. In M365, you have to tell it what to work with. Is it this document, this email thread, this meeting transcript? You have to point your teammate to the right file cabinet.
Makes sense. And the last one, number 4, the guardrails. Expectations.
Expectations dictate how the final output should look and feel. The format, the structure.
So make it 1 page or use 5 bullet points.
Exactly, a professional tone. Or even format this so I can paste it directly into a PowerPoint slide. Those constraints are what make the output immediately usable.
Let's use the guide's own comparison because it's so clear. The vague approach is just.
Summarize this.
And you get a summary. It might be too long, too technical. It might miss the whole point.
It's simple automation.
But the effective prompt using all 4 elements is a game changer. It says, summarize this document source into a 1-page executive brief, expectation, highlighting key decisions, risks, and next steps. Goal. Use clear headings and a professional tone context.
And that is the difference between automation and true force multiplication. It forces the AI to filter, prioritize, and format all at once. It gives you something that needs minimal cleanup.
And what's the core rule here? When the output isn't quite right, because it won't always be perfect.
You are not only allowed, you are absolutely expected to iterate. That is the fundamental rule of AI collaboration. If it's not right, just clarify. Narrow the scope, adjust the tone, ask for a revision.
It's not a sign you failed.
No, it's how the system is designed to be used. It's how you'd coach a human teammate to get a better result.
That's empowering. Okay, let's get into the action phase. We need the use cases that actually stick. Not a million possibilities, just a few that become daily habits.
Right, and we start with the single biggest time sink for almost everyone. Meetings.
Workflow 1, instant meeting minutes in Teams. So the meeting ends, it was recorded. What do I do?
You go right into Teams, into the Copilot panel for that meeting's transcript. The function is to turn that messy hour-long discussion into an immediate, actionable record. It's a lifesaver if you miss the first 10 minutes.
Instead of bugging a colleague, hey, what I miss, what's a good 4-element prompt here?
A great one is, summarize this meeting and list the key decisions made goal, and then list all action items with clear owners and due dates, expectation context.
And good output looks like what?
Crystal clear bullet points, no small talk, just actionable next steps, organized by person.
Perfect. Okay, workflow 2. This one hits close to home. Email thread triage in Outlook. We've all been in that 30-reply thread where you just need to find the final decision.
That is the exact pain point. You pull up that long thread and you use Copilot right in the Outlook side panel. Its job is just to reduce the overload, filter out the noise.
So we're asking it to find the signal.
Exactly. A good prompt is, summarize this discussion and highlight any decisions made or conflicts identified goal. Then propose 3 recommended next actions for me in bullet form expectation.
And what you get back is the context, without all the thanks and got it replies.
You get the context, you get the decisions, and you even get a suggested editable reply to move things forward.
Okay, finally, the one that stalls all momentum. The blank page breaker in Word.
I think we've all spent 20 minutes just staring at a blinking cursor on a white page.
Oh, yeah.
The guide is clear that Copilot's main function in Word is just pure momentum. It gives you the raw material you need to react to.
So if I just have a few bullet points, like a basic outline, I can use that as the source.
Precisely. You use those bullets as your source. And your prompt could be something like, draft a first version of a proposal based on this outline, sourced for a non-technical audience context. Make sure you include clear section headings, expectation.
The goal isn't perfection.
Not at all. The goal is a logical structure, an editable draft. So you spend your time refining the message, not just staring at a blank screen.
Those three are so immediately useful, but learning a new way of working can be intimidating. How do we build confidence?
This is a really cool meta approach from the guide. Use Copilot to teach you how to use Copilot. They call them practice prompts.
So you're not doing work tasks, you're doing learning tasks.
Exactly. They're learning accelerators. You can explore the system in a safe way.
So you're turning Copilot into your own personal prompt writing coach. I love that.
You can literally ask it, critique this prompt I just wrote and show me how to improve it, or even teach me how to write better source-based prompts using a clear framework.
You're using its own intelligence to speed up your learning curve. That's how you build trust.
You test its capabilities in a low-stakes way.
And building trust means responsible use. We said the review step is mandatory, but let's be real. When the output looks polished and professional, the temptation to just hit send is very high.
It's the ultimate test of human judgment, right? That review step is what makes it a force multiplier instead of just a fancy automation tool. You have to reinforce the safety guidance.
Always review for accuracy and tone.
Always. And be mindful of sensitive information. And never, ever assume it's correct without validating it.
If you skip that review step, you're not treating it like a junior colleague. You're treating it like an oracle, and that's dangerous.
It becomes a liability. But used responsibly, it just accelerates everything while you stay accountable for the final product. It's a collaborator, not the author.
So how do we make this actually stick? Because a 2-hour training session you forget the next day isn't going to cut it.
No, adoption comes from small daily actions. The strategy is so simple. Try one of these workflows per day.
Just one.
Just one. And when a prompt works for you, save it. Reuse it. Refine it over time. The core principle here is that 5 focused minutes a day beats a 2-hour deep dive you'll forget by tomorrow morning.
And that brings us right back to the core idea of this deep dive. Copilot isn't here to do your job for you.
Not at all. It's here to reduce the friction, to accelerate your thinking, handle the heavy lifting of drafting and summarizing, and free up your most valuable resource.
Which is your time for actual judgment, for creativity.
So start small with those 3 workflows. Iterate, and just let Copilot earn its place in your daily work.
The journey the sources describe is from tool to teammate. So if we accept that, if Copilot is now your capable junior colleague handling the summaries and the first drafts, then there's a critical question you should ask yourself tomorrow morning. What high-level human judgment task could you finally prioritize? What creative problem could you finally tackle, knowing that the initial friction of the blank page and the mountain of unread emails are already handled? Go find that answer.